So here's your first look at a real and fake pair of the Adidas Predator Elite in the white colorway. Can you tell any difference straight away? Let's dive into the details. Hello, today we're taking a look at two pairs of Adidas Predator in the white colorway. One is real and one is fake, and this is to help you at home if you are trying to authenticate your pair. So obviously the retail pair, the real one, is in this box here. This is the fake one here, and it's just to help you at home. So I must emphasize it does not support the counterfeit industry in any way. It's just to help you authenticate your pair if you're trying to purchase a retail one. So let's unbox it and compare the differences between the two boots. So obviously, first of all, the retail one comes in the box. This is what the label should look like. So if you have a pair in a box, just match it up to this label here. This is in a size UK 10.5. Open these up. They do come with a boot bag as well, which is a white one with Predator text in like a silver, and the Adidas logo in the corner in a silver as well. And then we'll open these up. The boots are inside. So here are the two pairs. Can you spot any differences? Let's take a closer look. So the first thing to note is on the left pair of the retail one, it does come with all the spare labels, as you can see here. These are purchased directly from Adidas, and they're trying to cut out their plastic consumption. So as you can see here, they're attached with this kind of like straw-like ribbon thing. Whereas the fake one, they've also got it on the wrong boot. So this is on the right boot. As you can see, the label is attached here, attached with this plastic tag as well, but it's on the wrong boot, and also only comes with one label compared to the multiple labels that come on the retail pair. So big difference there straight away. So one of the major differences between this pair is the upper. So this is the retail one here. As you can see, the white upper is almost like a pearlescent look to it. It looks really shiny and nice and offers multiple colors in certain lightings, which I really do like about this pair. Whereas the fake one, it doesn't really have this look. It's just pretty much a white. So if I show you up close, you should be able to see the difference in the shining material. It's slightly more pearlescent on the retail one compared to the fake one. However, in this lighting, it actually does look pretty close, but I promise you in person, it's not that close. Next up, we're going to look at the tongue. This is the retail one here. You can see that the three Adidas stripes blend well with the tongue on the upper, as you can see, compared to the fake one, where they've actually made the Adidas logo stand out a lot more. Also, it's a completely different size. It's a lot smaller on the fake one and more of a silver in color compared to the retail one. Also, you can definitely see that pearlescent color difference. Spinning the boot to the back, and you take a look at the back tab here where the Adidas logo is, you'll see it's pretty much bang in the center of this heel cup here on the retail one. Whereas if we look at the fake one here, you'll see it's very off center. It's not in the middle of that heel cup, and also the shape of the heel cup is completely wrong. And if we stick to the back here, you'll see that the color of the heel cup at the back is different. You can see on the retail one, it also has that kind of pearlescent changing color look compared to the fake one where it's very minor. You can barely see any difference in color compared to the retail one here. Look at the difference in color all over the back heel cup. But if you look at the shape of that heel cup, you'll see it is different from retail to fake as well. And also the Adidas logo on the back is a difference in sizing. If you look inside the heel, hopefully this shows up on the camera, in there's a number 30 to obviously mark the 30th anniversary of the Predator. However, on the fake one, this one is a lot smaller. It may not look it when I hold it up to the camera, but I promise you, positioning and sizing of this 30 text is very different to the retail one. Hopefully I can show you side by side actually. Maybe you'll be able to see it there. I don't know if the camera's going to focus on it, but it's definitely smaller on the fake one. If we look at the outside of the boot where it says Predator here, but also if you look where the material of the sock liner cuts through here, up here, that zigzag line, we can see differences between retail and fake. So firstly, let's start with the Predator text. As you can see here, the Predator text is a lot smaller on the fake one compared to the retail one. Really obvious and easy to see. But if you look at that material cut right above, you'll see the difference right there. Clear difference between this one, the fake one, and also the retail one here. Look at the difference there, really easy to see. Spinning the boot to the inside, you'll see it says Hybrid Touch 2.0 there, and you can also see how clear the stitching line is underneath that material. Very clear to see on the retail one here, whereas if we look at the fake one, the Hybrid Touch 2.0 text is incredibly small, and the stitching here is completely different from the fake one to the retail one, as you can see. Very clear difference between the two pairs. An obvious difference straight away. A major difference between retail Predators and fake Predators is the three Adidas stripes on the outside. So as you can see, this is the retail one here, And if I show you the fake one below, you can see the Adidas stripes are placed much wider apart and just look completely wrong. In terms of color as well, I'd say that the retail one has a slightly more metallic look to it with darker shades within the Adidas stripes, whereas the fake one doesn't really have this, and they actually kind of blend in with the upper at certain angles, whereas the retail one, you can see, look at the difference in color, much more silver on the retail one compared to the fake. On this specific colorway of the Predator, on the elastic straps, the Predator text goes on each outer side, as you can see here, and does not go on the bottom side of the elastic. Whereas the fake one's got this completely wrong. On the outer side of the elastic, there's no text, as you can see there. On the inside, once again, no text there. They've instead decided to put the text on the part on the sole plate, which is incorrect. This is only on certain colorways, can't really remember which ones, but definitely not on the white pair. And if you spin the elastic upside down, on this pair, you will see it says Generation Pred on the underside of the elastic, whereas if we spin this fake one over, I can promise you it's not going to say absolutely anything. As you can see, it just has the Adidas logo, nothing else. I would also say this feels incredibly flimsy, like it's stretching way too much compared to the retail one, where it's a lot less stretchy. I would say it's a lot stiffer. This one is just, wow, that's going to break so easily. One of my favorite parts about this boot is the actual sole plate. It looks so good in certain lightings, that pearlescent look once again. As you can see, the Predator text pretty much blends in, which I'm a little bit of a shame. It should have been a silver, I think. It would have looked a lot nicer. But if we look at them comparing retail to fake, I'd actually say the fake's gone a little bit too far in terms of the colour. As you can see, it's a little bit too multicoloured, pearlescent look compared to the retail one. It just doesn't match up. This one has a slightly more icy blue white look compared to this one, which has a lot more colours on the bottom, which is weird because they didn't match it at the back heel, but this is definitely too colourful on the sole plate compared to the retail one. So another terrible thing about this boot is how flimsy it is. Like, look at that. A boot should not be doing that straight out the box. That is absolutely crazy. I can bend that really easily. The retail one, yeah, it's not bending as far. I know it's got a shoe tree in the inside, but still, it's still not bending that much. Crazy that you would trust a pair like this. That I would never ever put this on my feet. If I compare the boots side by side, as you can see here, or on top of each other, the fake one's on top, you can actually see a difference in shape. It's really easy to see. The shape of the fake boot is all wrong. It doesn't actually look like a football boot to me. The shape of the heel part here, this section is too high compared to the retail one. The retail one looks a lot sleeker, and yeah, this one is designed a lot better. On the inside of the boot, you will see it does have some ridged marks going down the inside underneath the strike skin, as you can see here. However, if we look at the fake one, this is where it gets really different. Like, they've just put a whole section of them in there. It does not go all the way up the boot. It just looks very odd. It's not the same as the retail pair here, where you can see the ridge section goes much higher. So let's take a look inside the boot now. So the retail one comes with two paper shoe trees on the inside, if you can get the other one, because it's right at the toe box. So there we go, two paper shoe trees on the inside, whereas the fake one comes with a tiny amount of bubble wrap. Very weird. Let's take a look at the insoles now. Take out the retail one, take out the fake one, and they actually look pretty good. They look pretty similar on the inside. You can see all the dotted marks on the inside pretty much go exactly the same all the way to the height. However, if you look at the Predator text, it's a lot larger on the retail one compared to the fake, but there is a very minor difference. Also, if you spin them upside down, they are pretty similar. I'd say the logos on the fake one stand out a lot more. In terms of feel, they actually feel quite similar. I'd say the fake one's maybe slightly thicker, but other than that, the insoles are pretty close. But now if we look inside the boot after I've taken the insole out, this is the retail one. You can see it's white inside and then has a little bit of padding towards the toe box area. Whereas if we look at the fake one, they just use random materials and they've used a camouflage insole, and there's actually a gap at the back, as you can see there from the bottom part of the sole. Why is it camouflage on the inside? They just use random parts to make this boot. Really odd, but yeah. That's a difference. And the final difference I'm going to point out is if you look at the front of the boot here, you'll see these waved marks going in between the strike skin, as you can see. Really easy to see all over the boot. And look at this one in particular. Look how close it goes to that second layer of strike skin going around. And if we look at the fake one here, they do have the wave lines, but look at the gap between this wave line and the strike skin. It just looks completely wrong. The strike skin is not placed correctly all over the boot. Bigger gaps, and it's just all over the place. Easy to see. Yeah, the same differences occur on the left boot, so there's no point going into details of that because it's the same as on the right. But hopefully this video has helped you. I think this pair is going for about £260 to £270 now, so it's an expensive boot and you don't want to get it wrong, and you don't want to be making the mistake with a pair that does this. Like, that's scary. Now, please like and subscribe. It helps me do more videos like this to help you out at home, and if you want shorter content, you can follow me on TikTok now. And yeah, what do you think of the Adidas Predator in the white colorway? I like this pair. It's a nice boot. Thanks for watching. Hope you have an amazing day.